102.7 Kiss FM. It's time for Bring Everybody In, Ryan's Roses. So we got this email from Sarah in Glendale, and she says that my husband went to Santa Barbara for a weekend to visit his mom. He wasn't responding to my calls. That's when I remembered that the suitcase he took with him has an AirTag in it. So I checked. He was completely way up in San Luis Obispo at an apartment complex. Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, Sarah, can you make any sense of why he was at an apartment complex?
I don't really understand. So here's what I thought was happening. Usually he goes to see his mom every other weekend in Santa Barbara. And I just don't understand. I don't know. I feel really confused. I go with him when I can. So usually I don't even know like what else is around there or what else he does, but I was super busy with work and I couldn't go. And then he just wasn't responding to my texts or calls. And it was super weird when I did get him on the phone. He said he had a bad connection and got off the phone really fast, which is like not like him at all. And
that's not good.
Yeah. And then I checked the AirTag and saw he was just nowhere near there. So, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. And I asked him, sorry.
I don't know what to guess here.
When he got home, did you confront him about this, or have you not mentioned it?
Well, I just wanted to know what he would say first. So I asked him how the weekend was, thinking like, like I don't want to jump to conclusions. But then he said the weekend was like good and kind of boring and just nothing interesting and didn't offer any explanation.
All right, let's play this, and then we'll come back, make the call. It's Ryan's Roses. Do you know what we're doing right now? Ryan's Roses. We're about to call her husband. All right, so he says he's going to SB for the weekend. And then she realized that his suitcase had a tracker on it, an AirTag. And she found him not where he said he was going to be, and actually at an apartment complex.
Yikes.
So, Sarah, do me a favor. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Yes, you have my permission to call.
All right, be very quiet. Here we go. Let's see if we can find out.
Hello?
Hi, is this Donovan?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Donovan. My name is Camila. I'm calling from the Enchanted Florist. How are you doing this morning?
Good. Hello?
Hi there. So we're actually located on Brand here in Glendale, and we're actually doing a promotion today where we offer local residents a chance to send a free dozen red roses to anybody that they'd like. You can send them to anybody that you'd like. They're free. And we're just trying to promote our business. But we ask that if you do like our arrangements, then you'll come back as a customer. Is that something that you'd be interested in? I don't need cash. I don't need a credit card info. We just need the name of the person you want to send them to and a note.
Right. Yeah, sure.
Great. Who would you like to send them
to? Yeah, why don't you send them to, Bambi. This is the woman I'm having an affair with right now. So just a Bambi would be great.
I mean, come on. Donovan, your voice will be broadcast on the radio, but you know that.
Yeah.
Well, Donovan.
Okay.
We have
your wife.
Sarah, your wife, on the line. And here's the deal, Donovan. Why weren't you where you said you were? She had the tracker on you and you're at an apartment complex. Why?
Okay, hold on. Why didn't she ask me about this? What's going on?
She wanted me to do
I
it.
about this. But then when I asked you about your weekend and what you did, you were like, "Oh, we didn't do anything. We just played cards and it was boring." So why were you in an apartment in San Luis Obispo?
Okay. Babe, first off, okay, I'm sorry that you think this. Okay. And secondly, I apologize to Ryan and the whole station, anyone listening, because this is a complete waste of time. If you had asked me why I was in San Luis Obispo, I would have told you that Daniel was there this weekend. That's my younger brother, Daniel.
I thought he was in Seattle.
Yeah, he was, and he was staying with my mom for the week. So I didn't even know that till I got there. And he told me he's going back to school for his master's. He'll be doing Cal Poly at San Luis Obispo. And he's thinking about an apartment up there. He didn't know if it was expensive. So I drove up there just to see if it was worth it. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't mention it because I thought this is not particularly notable. So who cares?
But why wouldn't you just say that?
Yeah,
like
it doesn't look great.
Yeah. Like when she asked you about your weekend, why don't you just be like, "Oh, I actually didn't see my mom. I saw my brother in San Luis Obispo."
Because I mean, like, who cares? It's not an entertaining story. I was like, "Oh yeah, I drove up. I looked at this apartment. It looked good." Okay, ask Daniel. Ask my mom. It's the truth.
Should we ask Bambi?
What's that?
At this point,
What about Bambi? Who's Bambi?
Okay, yeah, Bambi's the classic name for someone who thinks I'm cheating on someone with a person named Bambi. But no, I'm not cheating.
Stereotype the Bambis of the world. Come on.
yeah.
No. Look, if your first instinct is that I'm cheating on you, that's not good. I would never cheat on you. I went to go help out my brother.
All right. Well, listen, Sarah, it sounds very convincing here. Do you believe him?
I mean, I guess so.
Babe, come on.
Whatever. I'll call your mom.
Call my mom, call Daniel. They'll tell everything, and then you'll be owing me flowers.
Wow.
All right. We're going to let this happy couple go.
Yeah,
Sarah and Donovan,
so
good luck to you
awkward.
guys. All right.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you for coming
Oh
on.
my gosh.
I've actually never met a Bambi.
Oh, you've never seen the movie?
Well,
I mean, the movie,
but not in real life.
Let me think about that. So we do the public service, Ryan's Roses. We tell the guys on the air at the back end of the call, have to do that. But this guy, Donovan, the husband here, his wife saw him at an apartment complex when he was supposed to be somewhere else. She AirTag tracked him, but he said, hey, we were looking at colleges, you know, this is not a violation. Did you believe him and his excuses?
It's kind of weird because he tells his wife, I'm going to go visit my mom in Santa Barbara. And then all of a sudden he shows up in San Luis Obispo, which is about an hour and a half away from Santa Barbara. And when he comes home from the weekend and his wife asks him, how was your weekend? He doesn't think to say, oh, my plans completely changed and we didn't go to Santa Barbara. I went to visit my brother in San Luis Obispo. It's just such a change of plans. Like, if I was supposed to go visit my sister in San Diego, but I went to visit my brother in Long Beach, that's a big change of plans that I would mention to Michael. I'd be like, I didn't go to San Diego. I went to Long Beach instead.
Well, he was on to us from the beginning. He sent the roses to Bambi.
Yeah.
And then he said Bambi sounds like somebody he'd cheat with.
Right.
I think something's up.
He seems like a gaslighter.
Uh-huh. And he was really rude to her.
Well, certainly was rude to her, right?
Yeah, he's super rude to her.
He can be rude to us. We did bum rush him. I mean, we did like call out of nowhere asking about his relationship. So, all right, Sarah in Glendale and her husband Donovan, I guess they'll try and stick it out.
I wouldn't be surprised if he lied to his mom so that his mom backs his story up when his wife calls now. Like, I think this guy's a multiple manipulator.
Serial manipulator, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Super scary.
102.7 Kiss FM. It's time for Ryan's Roses. I've got, I think we're ready with Natalie. Got to get her on the air here so we can try and find out whose acrylic nail was in the bathroom. Natalie is in West LA. It's a very simple email she sent to us, Assistant Tanya. She says, I spent the last few weeks with my sister out in Riverside. When I got back, I found a broken acrylic nail in our bathroom. Natalie says, I do not wear acrylic nails. What can you tell us about the nail, Natalie?
Yeah. So once again, I don't wear acrylic nails, so it's definitely not my nail. Basically, essentially, my sister was going through this really bad breakup, right? And so I was staying with her and going back and forth from Riverside to LA. And I was there for the better part of a week. And when I got back, I found that nail just like sitting in the bathroom on the bathroom counter. And again, not mine. And so I asked my husband about it. And he just played dumb. And he was like, oh, I don't know whose that was, like, or where it came from. I kind of just thought it was yours. Like, or maybe it's from our daughter's doll clothes. Our daughter's 2. And her doll clothes don't have acrylic nails. I'll tell you that much.
No.
What's the size of a human nail and a doll nail? They're just not comparable.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he was just being so clueless, and it was so frustrating. And then on top of finding the nail, I was in the kitchen later just making food, and I found like spicy sunflower seed shell like in the corner on the floor by the dishwasher. We don't eat spicy sunflower seeds. Like I don't even know what you would do with that. And once again, he was like, "Oh, I don't know. That's not mine. I don't know where it came from."
Well, I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. All right, so Natalie, what color was the acrylic nail?
It was pink.
Pink. And there's no chance that he had relatives over, a cousin, sisters.
With Barbie pink nail polish? No. Okay.
No, we don't have family in the area. And even if we did, like, they don't wear acrylics.
Right. And maybe he could have said that if he did. Okay.
We've never had this as the smoking gun. We've never had, I can't remember an acrylic, and I remember all these, like, seriously, which is crazy because I can't remember a lot of things, but this I can. And we haven't had an acrylic nail as the crumb, as what was left behind. So let's see if we can find out. It's pretty clear to me. Somebody's been there. Who's breaking nails in the bathroom? Very simply, this is Orion's Roses you can follow along with. Natalie's on the phone. She's married. She's been away for a few weeks at her sister's out in Riverside. She gets back. She finds this acrylic pink nail in her bathroom. She doesn't wear acrylic nails. She asks her husband. He's like, well, maybe it came from a doll of our 2-year-old. Then she finds spicy sunflower seed shells in the corner of the kitchen. So somebody's been in the house or in the apartment. And we're going to find out whose pink acrylic nail is in her bathroom. It's a pretty easy question. Got to have a direct response on that. Natalie, how long have you been married? I'm just curious.
We've been married 5 years.
Okay. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name. Go ahead.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call.
Okay, we're going to do it right now. Be very quiet. Let's see if we can find out about whose nail it was. Okay, good luck.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Jay, please?
This is him.
Hi, Jay. My name is Olivia. I'm calling from Bravo Flowers. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, but I'm not interested.
Oh, well, before you hang up, I just want to let you know we are new and we deliver all over West LA, and we're offering a free promotion of a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. I don't need cash. I don't need credit card info. We're just trying to promote our business. And so you can send them to anybody that you'd like. You just need the name of the person that you want to send the flowers to.
That's okay. I'm on a do not call list.
Well, it'll just take 2 seconds if you want to send. You don't want to send flowers to anybody? And there's no one in your life you'd like to send free dozen red roses?
I'm really not interested.
They're absolutely free. Like I said, I don't need cash. I don't need credit card or anything like that. You'd really be helping me out. You'd be like the third person that hung up already at this point.
Okay. Well, like, what's the catch?
I just need the name of the person you want to send them to, and they can receive them by lunchtime. You can write a note.
Okay. Okay. Just put Melody or Melanie.
Okay. Okay. And what would you like to put on the card?
What was that? Is like someone listening in on this?
Jay, your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and that is your wife, Natalie, on the line.
Monster! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Did you just send
Melanie?
red roses to Melanie?
Melanie? Is that who Avery's been asking for?
Who's Melanie, Natalie?
Oh my god! For literal months, our 2-year-old daughter Avery has been asking for Melanie, and I thought she meant Melody, like, you know, like one of the mermaids from The Little Mermaid or whatever. Yeah. And so I would go and I would get her little mermaid doll, and she would cry because she didn't mean Melody. She meant Melanie, and you literally introduced her to your daughter?
Jay, you want to explain yourself?
Hello?
Jay, are you there?
All right, I gotta go. This is a fun little game you guys are playing on the radio.
It's not a game. You started it.
Jay, look, you're having the house and your kid is meeting the other woman, Melanie, and she wears pink nails and like it's all there. So Jay, how long has it been going on? How long has it been going on with you and Melanie?
Like I said, I gotta go, guys. Have a good day.
Natalie, I mean, this is...
Oh, my God.
This is as clear as it gets. Your husband's cheating, and you know who it is? You know who it is? Have you met this Melanie?
I haven't met her. No.
But you know who Melanie is? Because you know who she is because your daughter keeps saying her name?
Yes, and she has been around my child. My child was literally asking for this woman.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I need to go. I'm sorry.
You do need to go, and thank you very much for reaching out. I wish you the best of luck.
So sorry, Natalie. Wow.
Well, there's nothing to even talk about there.
Okay.
When he says, I got to go, doesn't want to answer a question. Melanie, that's the woman's name with the pink nails. We found out that Natalie's husband had a woman named Melanie over while she was at her sister's for a couple weeks. Had her over so much that Natalie's daughter knew her by name. And it was all because of a broken pink acrylic nail that was found in their bathroom. So wife's away. Melanie's hanging out, getting to know being introduced to their daughter.
Yeah, that is a deal breaker for me. Get out of the house.
Sarah in Alhambra, you heard Ryan's Roses. Go ahead. What is your view?
Yeah, thank you. This guy, he is obviously consciously destroying his marriage. Like the fact that you would, when your wife is out of town, you would bring a mistress into your home and you would introduce her to your child. Like, how does somebody think that they're going to get away with something like that? I mean,
I think you're right. He knew he wasn't going to get away with it. I mean, really? And if he did, what a narcissist. If he thought he was?
Yeah, exactly. Or like maybe he's doing it, like my thought is maybe he's doing it on purpose. Like he's just trying to actively destroy that marriage by doing that.
I'd be throwing his clothes on the lawn.
Oh my gosh. And this little girl is actively like she's asking for this woman. That is heartbreaking.
Yeah, that did it for me.
Well, it is right. Thank you for listening to us. It is Ryan's Roses. And I guess at the very least, Natalie found out who it is and she can deal with that. All right.
Yeah. Get 100% custody.
Mondays and Thursdays here. Kiss. It's time for Ryan's Roses right now. This is a last resort. I am going to say it.
Good.
You should try and, get to the bottom of any issue with your partner. And if as a last resort, you cannot, you come here. And that's where we are. And Vicky in Arcadia has reached out to us. So I have to tell you that this is alarming in many ways. So Vicky says she was cleaning out her closet and she found a box with a couple of power devices. They need chargers, right?
Sure.
And she says, not only are they not mine, we've never used these kind of devices in our relationship. So I confronted my husband and he said he got him to spice it all up. So, Vicky, we understand what we're talking about here. I think I want to hone in on it's possible that your husband would have gotten these things to add a layer to the relationship, but you don't believe him, huh? Why don't you believe him? Okay, why not?
Well, okay, so we have been together. I mean, we've been together for we've been married 12 years, right? Like we've been together for ages. I feel like I know him well, and I feel like I know like what he's into as well. And it just has never come up, not once in our relationship, never. So the fact that that he's going to kind of like go out and spend money like that, and and not talk to me about it. I also feel like I don't know. I just can tell when I confronted him about it and asked. He seemed super shady. And it's not coming together for me.
Okay, so the notion, I mean, the whole thing does work itself out. The thing that doesn't work itself out is that you don't believe him based on his body language or reaction or what he said.
Right. And the fact that, my husband, he's lost all this weight, right? He had gastric bypass and he's lost all this weight and he looks and feels great. And I'm super happy for him. But he is like, every time we go out, he's kind of, flirting it up a little bit with the waitresses. And I feel like he's, hit on a couple of friends of ours. And we've talked about it and he says I'm overreacting and I'm just being ridiculous. But I've known him for over a decade. I can see kind of like what's going on with him.
If you just got here, you didn't miss it. We're in the middle of Ryan's Roses. And we found out that Vicky in Arcadia's been married for a long time to her husband. She's cleaned out the closet, found some bedroom devices that can be used to add some spice to the relationship. Matter of fact, she said they've never used them before, and they're not hers, and they're not theirs. And she confronted her husband, and he said, no, I got them for us to try and add some fun.
Are they still in the box? Like, that's my question. Like,
Vicky, are these objects still in the box, or are they not in the box?
They've been unpackaged. Yeah, like they're not.
Are they charged?
I mean, yeah, like they could turn on.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your husband's name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Okay. Ryan, my name is Vicky. I give you permission to call. My husband's name is on Kiss FM.
Okay, be very quiet. We're going to call him, see if we can find out, see who's top of mind here. And here we go. Good luck.
Hello.
hi, may I speak to Jim, please?
This is Jim.
Hi, Jim. My name is Maureen. I'm calling from the Friendly Florist. We actually deliver in Arcadia and parts of LA. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Thanks. So today we're offering local residents a promotion. It's actually a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. We're trying to promote our business, and hopefully if you like our flower arrangements, you come back as a customer. They are absolutely free. Like I said, we don't need cash, credit card, anything like that. Just the name of the person you want to send them to and a note.
You're new. So where are you located?
Right now, we don't have a brick and mortar. Right now, we just deliver in Arcadia and parts of LA. I hope to hopefully get big enough to expand and do that one day.
Okay, cool. Well, I need to give you an address for my house.
We can start with the name of the person you want to send them to.
Well, do we have to do that? I'd rather take care of that.
Okay, you don't want to write a note?
No, I will, but I'll write the note for sure.
Okay, who would these be going to?
Well, I'll take care of that. I mean, it's just, no big deal. I mean, I'm thrilled to get these roses. So
Right. Would it be like your wife, mom, sister?
Yeah. But I mean, I'll take care of it. Just give me a card. I'll definitely fill it out.
Okay.
Okay, Jim, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that right now. Thank you for staying on the line with us. I've got your wife, Vicky, on the phone. You're acting very strange here, Jim. What's behind all this?
Didn't realize I was on the radio.
I'm fine with that, but I need to understand, why are you acting so shifty when it's coming to deciding who you're going to send these roses to? I'll take care of that. What's that all about? Are you sending them to your wife, Jim?
Yeah, no, nothing shifty at all. I mean, no problem. If I'm going to write a card out and it should be in my handwriting, I'm going to write them for my wife.
Here's the problem. The problem, Jim, is I don't believe you, and your wife, Vicky, I don't think believes you either. Do you, Vicky?
No, I don't.
So what's going on, Jim? And do you want to know what we know or not?
Oh, my gosh. This is Ryan Seacrest. I mean, I'm on the radio. Oh, my gosh.
That's what I was saying.
Help me understand what's happening, please.
Well, we think you're going to send these flowers to your mistress.
I don't have a mistress. I don't know what we're talking about here. Honey, are you on the phone?
Yeah, I'm here, Jim. Yeah.
Well, what's happening here? Tell me what's going on. That we're on the radio with Ryan Seacrest, and you're calling about, you think I'm cheating on you or something? Help me, please.
Yeah. Okay. I do. Yeah. Remember that little package that I found? Remember that?
Yeah. We talked about that.
Yeah, we did. I am convinced that those are not for us to use together to spice it up. I think that you're having an affair.
Oh my God. I'm not having an affair. Does everybody know what this is? Was this box of things that you're referring? I mean, where are we?
Everyone knows what we're talking about here. We know we're talking about. And so what's going on? Were those intended for other use?
They were intended for us, and they were always.
Okay. And what article did you read? Like, why all of a sudden? And by the way, Jim, I just want to tell you that your wife told us that you've been hitting on her friends too.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I bought those for you, for us. You get it?
If you got them for us, why'd you take them out of the plastic? You know, I mean, that's a little weird. You know, you can't take them back.
Although I will say it's plausible that
he was trying to get it all set up.
Yeah, it never complicated.
Thank you.
I think they look
Any redemption? I can't, baby. I love you. We're married. We have kids. I mean, I'm not cheating on you. You got to believe me. The whole roses thing, that was all fake. Just to talk about this.
So just so I'm clear, Jim, then we're gonna have to let you guys go. Your intention here was to augment everything by your purchase, and that is really what's happening. Nothing else. Is that right?
Totally. Baby, I'll come. Let's have lunch. Let's talk about it. Please.
No, we're not going to go have lunch because you're going to just eye up the waitress.
Oh my gosh. I love you, honey. This is
all right.
crazy.
I'm going to let you guys go, and good luck to both of you. So I think I believe him.
I do too.
I didn't at first, but I think I do now.
I do
think I do. And good on him then, if that's the case, huh? I saw everybody jotting down notes during that, so I don't know what's going on. We'll come back to it. I do believe Jim. I really do.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand where he's coming from.
I think the guy was coming from like wanting to do better at it.
He's turning a new leaf in his life.
I don't know about him hitting on the friends or the waitress or whatever she's saying he did. But I did feel like he genuinely ordered these products to add to the experience. You're on Kiss Los Angeles. I want to tell you that if you have to bail from the car, take us with you on the iHeartRadio app on your phone, your smart speaker when you get to work or wherever you're going. Play the iHeartRadio app, Kiss FM. Okay, so Marissa is on the line. She heard Ryan's Roses. So I'm just going to try and quickly explain this. Vicky found an unwrapped box of things that make the experience better in the bedroom. And she said, that's not us. We never do that stuff. He then, through all of it, says, no, nothing's going on. I got those for us. Just trying to enhance the experience. I kind of believe him.
Yeah.
She did not. She still didn't believe him, I don't think. But
look, she mentioned that he recently lost a bunch of weight.
What?
And I think that he's
excited.
Is excited. And I think that maybe this is a big difference in their relationship now.
And in confidence he's got.
And yes, and it's an adjustment maybe. You know, it's almost like a different man that she married or that she once knew. And maybe in a way, she's jealous of that confidence that he has.
Maybe.
She seemed angry. And like nothing really happened.
Well, he brought in these devices and he unwrapped them, right? Because you need a study course to understand them.
And I kind of get that now. Yeah, because you got to charge them or do whatever. Not that I know, but but yeah.
Marissa, this happened to you in what way in El Monte?
Well, okay. Well, this is really interesting because this kind of situation I can relate to. Kind of same thing happened to me. Well, I mean, I didn't find like a treasure trove of pleasure toys or anything, but I was in a relationship where my boyfriend lost a lot of weight. He lost like 80 pounds. And he was getting all this attention from women. He was getting noticed before when he really wasn't used to it. So it really changed him. It changed our relationship because he loved the attention and he loved it a little bit too much. And he ended up leaving me for, somebody who also was like all into their fitness. So I'm sorry, but like maybe not every situation is the same, but Jim seems a little like maybe this newfound attractiveness is attracting too much attention.
I'm with Jim on this.
She needs to join him on his journey or she's going to get left behind.
All right. All right. Well, thank you, Marissa. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Twice a week. Twice a week. Ryan's Roses. Monday, Thursday.
Oh, I was like, at least.
Oh, no. Ryan's Roses.
Wow.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. It's time for Ryan's Roses. All right. If you didn't hear any of this yet, let me just bring you up to speed. Marissa in Reseda. Marissa reached out and said, my husband is up to something. Every time he does anything on his phone, he logs out of his Apple ID. So why would he do that?
Seems like a lot of work.
I hate having to log out of my Apple ID.
He must log back in at some point, but all she ever sees is him logging out.
Yeah.
So what's going on? Marissa, good morning.
Good morning.
So what's going on? Why is he logging out? Why would he do that?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I asked him about it, and he said it's for security reasons. But he's been acting weird. I'm not too sure. Like, he's been acting weird for a while, and this kind of started around the holidays. Like, I noticed him logging out of his Apple ID whenever he got a text. He said he was worried about getting hacked, but he's like always doing it. He keeps his phone locked. I can't check his location because he's always logging out. And then the other day, he said that he saw the new Avatar movie. And I said, like, you haven't seen that movie. And he got, like, super weird. He said he was confused. He was thinking of the first one. But that movie came out, like, 15 years ago. So I think he's going on dates with someone. I just have this suspicion that something's going on with him.
Okay. How long have you been married, Marissa?
8 years.
I'd never heard of it.
I've never. And it seems like a lot. Like, it's so annoying to have to log out.
Yeah, I feel like I can't trust him because it just seems very strange to me. I mean, he's my husband. I don't know what he's trying to hide.
Yeah, I don't know what benefit it would have to log out each time. Like, what, you know what I mean? Like,
right. It just seems like a lot of work. Like, I'm thinking he has to be hiding something from me.
What would he be hiding by logging out is my question. Because you still could have access technically to his text messages or something, wouldn't you?
I think he's talking to another woman. I mean, I hope that's not what's happening, but I just have this feeling that something's going on.
Okay. Hold for 1 second. Thanks for just gathering around for this one. I'm going to go back to Marissa, who held during that song, and she told us that her husband is logging out of his Apple ID and then logging back in, and she thinks he's hiding another woman's communications by logging in and out. Mm-hmm. She said that she asked him about it, and he says he's doing it for security reasons, worried about being hacked. I don't understand it, so let's see what we can find out. Marissa, it sounds a little sketch. Marissa, thank you for holding on for that. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your husband's name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
You have my permission to call my husband.
We're going to do that right now. Be very quiet. Let's see if we can find out. Good luck, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is this Patrick?
Yes, this is Patrick.
Hi, my name is Donna. I'm calling from Valley Girl Blooms. How you doing this morning?
I'm okay. How did you get this number?
Hi. Well, I'm calling because we're a new flower design business delivering in Reseda, Tarzana, Woodland Hills, and surrounding areas. And today we're offering local residents a promotion of a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. Is that something you'd be interested in?
No, I don't know about that. That's I don't really feel right about that. How did you get this number again? I'm confused.
We have a database. You may have purchased something online in the last 6 to 18 months and clicked to receive.
Everybody purchased something in the last 6 to 18 months? I don't understand.
Online and click to receive promotional offers from local vendors, and that's how we get our database.
Okay, I still don't know how I feel about this. I don't feel quite right.
Well, they're free. I don't need any cash. I don't need credit card info. Just the name of the person you would want to send the flowers to and a note.
If I give you my wife's name and address, can't you just use that information to get into my bank account?
If you would feel more comfortable, you could come and pick them up yourself. We can start. Do you want to send your wife flowers? What's her name?
Why don't we just say Babe? How about that?
You want to write Babe?
Wife. Yeah.
Okay. And what would you like to put on the note?
Just have a great day. I love you.
Have a great day. I love you.
Mm-hmm. Patrick, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. My name is Ryan. I have your wife, Marissa, on the line right now. Stay with us here, Patrick.
This is a scam, right? This is a scam.
We're calling you because Marissa has reached out to us for some understanding of what's going on. I'm just going to tell you what we know. She knows you're logging in and out of your Apple ID, and you're saying it's because you're worried about being hacked. But it may not be that. Yeah. There may be another woman you're communicating with. What's your response to that, Patrick, to your wife, Marissa?
That's none of your business, first and foremost. What do you mean? That's how are you involved in this? I don't understand.
That's the thing. It's so complicated, I can't even explain it.
What is going on here? I don't understand. How did you get this number? What is going on?
Marissa, would you like to tell him why we're here?
Yeah, Patrick, why are you always logging out of your phone? Like, I never know who you're texting, and I'm starting to get paranoid.
Oh, yeah, you're starting to get paranoid.
Have you seen Avatar 2? I have a question. Have you seen Avatar 2?
Yes.
With who?
A friend. It was a friend of mine.
Like a woman?
You watched Avatar 2 with a friend?
Like another
I'm not
woman?
allowed to go see a movie with a friend now? I mean, come on. What are we talking about?
So you're like going on dates?
Who said it was a date? It's a movie.
If you're hanging out with another woman,
yeah, this is why I don't tell you anything.
Because you're cheating?
Appropriate. How is that appropriate? Someone that I don't know, some other woman that I don't know. How is that okay?
Because people go see movies with friends? I don't understand. This is ridiculous.
What do you mean you don't understand? What is there to understand? You're hanging out with someone else behind my back. That's why you're always acting weird with your phone.
Because every time I tell you I'm going to hang out with somebody, you start to get paranoid about it. So what am I supposed to do?
Because this is why you lie about stuff. You lied about the Avatar movie. You said you didn't see it, and now I guess you did see it with someone.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous. On the radio, this is.
All right, look, Marissa, Patrick, I don't know what's going on. I will tell you this, Marissa.
Yeah.
It doesn't add up.
Yeah, he's definitely lying.
He's lying about something. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes here, but this is the best we can do. Good luck trying to get to the bottom of it. Thank you very much, Marissa.
Okay.
All right. I thought he was so sketch with you that something's going on. It is Ryan Seacrest, Sisney, and Tanya. Gonna go back to Ryan's Roses. If you missed that, it's fine. I'll fill you in. But Marissa thought that her husband Patrick was cheating on her because he was logging in and out of his Apple ID. Tubbs, Easton, anybody tell us why would somebody do that? Would that indicate that maybe they are communicating with another person?
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to cover their tracks so you can't see it on an iPad or some other type of device.
Oh.
So if you log in and out, does it just disappear?
I think if you log out, it logs you out on all of your devices. And that way, if he's doing something fishy.
Shade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't trust him.
I didn't trust him either. He was kind of sketchy when he was talking to you.
Well, I'm used to that.
But Tanya used the right word. He sounded paranoid.
Very paranoid.
Well, if he's already logging out of his ID, he's paranoid.
But then the thing is, he was hanging out with and going to see, who was he going to see movies with?
He said he never confirmed whether it was a female or not, but she implied that it was, and he didn't deny it.
Right. So let's say that he was going to see Avatar 2 with a female friend without telling his wife.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's just me and I'm but it just feels a little sneaky.
There is a sneakiness to it. I'm trying to put myself in that position. Like, if I wanted to go see Avatar and Tubbs wanted to go see Avatar. And
yeah, but you'd be like, if Michael said, "What'd you do today?" You'd be like, "Oh, I went after work to see Avatar with Tubbs."
Yeah, 100%. But and it wouldn't be a big deal.
Well, if you went to go to see Avatar with Tubbs and didn't tell Michael,
that would be weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
100%.
But it is Tubbs, so it's not so weird.
No, it's still weird.
It's not.
So if we went to go see a movie, that'd be weird?
It's not weird because, Tubbs and I ate so many dinners in Brazil together when we traveled together. Like, we always, been together, You
guys have been together forever.
Take forever.
Yeah. I don't know. I think going to the movie with somebody that's in the world of which you could be with and not telling your significant other, it can create this scenario, which it did.
I think it's the trust factor. It's the keeping the secrets from your spouse.
Well, he's lying about stuff. I mean, if it's this or something else, he's just lying.
Yeah.
So Kaylin is on in Huntington Beach. Kaylin, good morning.
Hi.
You heard the Ryan's Roses. What did you get out of that? 2 theories, right?
I have 2 theories. Well, one is, he does sound like he could legitimately be a little, paranoid about, the government or Big Brother, conspiracy theories. Because, if you're logging in and out of your Apple ID, it could just be because you don't want your messages on the cloud, out there in the ether for whoever to find that.
Right.
But it's also suspicious because he might just be trying to hide it from his girl,
Yeah.
So first, either way.
You listen to his, what I thought was a little bit of paranoia, and you listen to the interaction between the two of them. There's a lot of dysfunction going on and a lot of maybe deceit and lacking of truth. So anyway, well, that's it. Ryan's Roses this morning. Kaylin, thank you very much.
Anytime.
If you were to say to me, Ryan, whose fan club would you join? I wasn't joining his fan club.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Did Mark like that?
Mark falling over his chair.
Yeah.
I wouldn't join his fan club. I wouldn't join it.
Get a old knee slapper out of Mark. That one.
Yeah.
I don't know him at all, but I'm just not signing up for that.